Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to this edition of the Halcyon Show, and welcome to just a great day. Oh, the things I could say in this moment if I was being truly honest about stuff. Anyways, you're not here to hear about that. You're here because there is a card coming up. There is a card coming up in precisely 1 week and 1 day. Full disclosure, full disclosure, I should say, the last Undisclosed event from Premier Battles. Live from 33 Oldham Street on the 19th of July from 12 o'clock till 6 o'clock. Pretty standard fare, actually. I've been to, I think, 2 of these in the past. Exact same venue, exact same time frame, exact same promotion, same banner. I just thought we'd go through it. I'm planning on being there. We'll see how things go, though, because, again, God, if I could be honest. Yeah. There's a lot going on this end that's not my fucking fault. And if I keep having to mop up... Anyways, right. Today has been an exercise in patience. So, what are we doing? Right. Let's go. There's only 6 battles on the card, which I'm actually thinking about is that's going to mean we're talking about 1 an hour. I mean, they'll crank through those pretty quickly, I feel. So you're not in for a long night. So if nothing else, if you're perturbed by battle rap because of how long the events can go on for, and trust me, I was there at Checkpoint 5 when it went on for precisely 2,000 years. The thing I would say is that this one looks like it's going to be a much more chill. It's going to be a much more chill affair. The people going, I've had a quick look through, and there's not really an arsehole on the card, I'm glad to say. Not that everyone that I don't think is an arsehole is an arsehole. They might be. It's just, I pretty much can vouch for everyone on this card that they're top people, and that they're nice people, and that they're good battlers. So, like... The main reason I haven't gone to a few events recently just because I just don't want to go by myself. I just don't really want to stand in a room, just stood there silently. And I don't know how much I want to get into the whole interviewing gig. So we'll see what happens. Hadashrooms in the house. Hi, Hadashrooms. Are you going to be there? I'm curious. Is anyone else going to be there? I suppose that's my next question. Is anyone planning on attending the event, gracing us with your presence? Let me know. However, we'll go ascending. What do we got? So we got B Ramble versus Sam SA. Now, I think I was there for both of them on the last time that they performed. I'd have to double check on Sam SA, but definitely B Ramble. Excuse me. I did approach B Ramble for an interview because I thought that would be handy to preview this event, and she's someone I haven't really spoken about or to. I did a small preview of one of her battles, or a small review of one of her battles previously. I like her stuff. I think she's funny. I think she's got a very jovial attitude. She's got a lot of confidence to her. I think she's a good performer. Couldn't get it over the line between me being busy and her being busy. It's one of those things. If I do end up going, I'll see if I can catch something on the day. I'll try not to be such a pussy and fucking set up my tripod, set up my mics, record, do all that good jazz, and fucking try and bring you something worthwhile from the event rather than just the fact that I said I was there. Sam SA, I've not seen a ton of beyond an on-beat thing that I saw him do, but let's have a look. Possibly see how much it costs to get from Newcastle. So you're northeast, trying to come down to not quite northwest, but I suppose sort of middle western, I guess you'd say. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't know how you're going to get about. I mean, drive. That'd be my suggestion. How to shoot? Just get in the car and drive. That'd be my suggestion. You should consider it. It's quite handy. A lot of these car things around these days. You should look into one. Anyway, I'm only... Hadashrooms, you had it coming, man. Like, you fuck with me almost every show. So, you had it coming. You're just going to have to tank this one. And if you're hastily typing a snarky remark back, just know I have the microphone. The only thing I might say is if anyone wants to share this with anyone and say, hey, come on the stream, I can set up Zoom. So if anyone wants to hop on, then by all means. Especially if you're on this card and you want to preview yourself, then please, by all means. I've tried to get hold of... right, okay. Fair enough, Halcyon. Fair enough. In which case, you should get one of them driving license thingies. You should get one of those. Or a fake. You could get a fake and just drive, but then you're a menace to society, and I don't know how much you want to do that this close to Christmas. Santa tends to look down upon that sort of stuff, so you might want to be careful with that. Right, back to the point. So B Ramble versus Sam Essay. I really need to double check. Sorry, excuse me one second. Let's have a look. Sam Essay, Premier Battles, because I'm not sure I wasn't there for his last battle. So, or at least one battle. Let's have a look. Sam Essay. Did I see him? I did not see him versus... Oh, I was there. Yes, he took on Real Message Robbie. In fact, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see me stood right behind Real Message Robbie. Real Message Robbie was an interesting case. Definitely had the visage and the outward persona of a battler. Unfortunately, I felt like he fell a little flat during the performance. I felt like he had all the pieces there. He just didn't bring that exuberance into the battle for some reason. He was very softly spoken and not very verbose in his delivery. So I thought that was just me. I thought Sam Essay got that battle. Now that I remember it, I think Sam Essay he was tons more aggressive, tons more engaged, tons more active. So there you go. So Sam Essay versus B Ramble. I would still pick B Ramble though. I just think that she's going to have a style and a demeanor, a confidence, and she has a jovial nature that I really like. It's not... I wouldn't say she has a particularly melodic flow. TMR. TMR, my friend, how do you find time? I see you posting stuff all the time. I see you hosting all the big things now, and you're constantly like, how do you have time to swoop in and say hello? I will see you in a few weeks as well, my friend. You've got something going on with No Loose Chat in London, if I'm not mistaken. I seem to remember you might have even said, "Are you going?" And I think I said I was. So I'll see you in a few weeks, my friend. Anyways, back to the card. B Ramble, I think, is going to take it, but then again, the whole point of the tournament is that a lot of the battlers are going to be getting reps. They're going to be getting better. They're going to be getting some tutelage on the side. There's going to be, a lot more instances of them being able to expand upon their ability to be able to perform. They're going to get more reps in front of a crowd. We'll have to see what happens, but yeah, Hadastreams, I'm inclined to agree with you. So we're going to go with B Ramble, that one. The next one's tricky. We got Hamill versus Kick Nelly. Now, Kick Nelly is I think one of only two people who has the dubious honor of having been interviewed by me, but the footage is basically unusable. So I've had the privilege of reviewing a lot of Kick Nelly's battles, and I've had the opportunity to speak to him pretty extensively about his career, his viewpoints, and his general demeanor, and how tenacious and fucking he's a really dedicated prospect. And then you got Hamill. So if Kick Nelly is no nonsense and much more in that sort of... Kick Nelly I would typify as much more old school in terms of his demeanor. He's not no nonsense, but he's a stonewall joker, if that makes sense. Like, he'll make a joke at your face and scowl at you while he does it. Whereas Hamill, I don't know if it was me, but it might have been the last event where that's what it was. Profitable. Tried to rhyme it with profiterole. And I pointed that on my live stream review, and whoever he was battling pulled that up. And I'm not saying, because again, these guys are going to pick up on stuff like that, but I felt somewhat responsible for the fact that the person used that on Hamill, because I just thought it was just a stretch. I get it. I really do. And it was funny. It lit the crowd up when he said it against, I want to say it was Jim Bob Gnarly, actually. Let's go. Hamill versus... Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's going to bring up a bunch of MMA fighters now, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, no, it's rowers. Apparently Hamill shares his name with a famous rower. Ah, it was McCoy. Yes, I was there for that one too. So McCoy used it. That was actually, I remember that battle being surprisingly well balanced. I do feel like Hamill had the better of Jim Bob Gnarly the time before that. That one I felt was much more balanced. I think Hamill still has that very... Yes, Haddershrooms, I completely agree. Haddershrooms says Hamill seems naturally very funny. And I completely agree. He has what I would consider to be a very effortless humor and levity to him that means that he can carry his battles very effortlessly. He almost seems like he's barely paying attention while he's battling, which is actually an interesting juxtaposition to Kick Nelly, who is so not laser focused, but like I said, very concentrated. He doesn't appear, even when he's trying to be nonchalant, he's very solid in his performance. He's very not blocky, but he's like a lyrical thing. You know what I mean? He's just so tough and hard nosed about everything. So that makes for an interesting mix up of styles. That's a tricky one. Tricky. I tell you what I'm going to do quickly. I'm going to bring this up because there's no use in me umming and ahhing. Let's bring up YouTube. Yes, Haddershrooms. Yeah, very intense is a good word. Yes, because he's not focused. He's not focused. I feel like he's zoning in on you. He doesn't take his eyes off you and never ever sort of. It's a bit. Again, I'm not saying this is exclusively him, but a lot of battlers in the old mold, when they get super intensive, really fucking lean. They're face to face, eye to eye, fucking locked in on the person, where they're the only person that they're talking to, and the room just happens to be present for it. Bobby does that. Shotty does that. Yunnan used to do that. Who else? Real vicious motherfuckers. Trying to think. I can't think off the top of my head. But like, Kick doesn't do that. Kick's more... He's in, like Hadderstrom says, he's intense, but I wouldn't say focused. He has a sort of just very stubborn demeanor, if you want to make that. And in terms of a style, that can work both ways. It can naturally endear you to a crowd if your stuff is really rolling. Whereas Hamill, I feel like Hamill has a natural exuberance that crowds tend to gravitate towards. So that might sway things. Let's go that. Yes. And then let me get rid of that. Let's go Hamill versus. And then we go, what was his name? McCoy. Let's bring that up. Let's have a little show and tell for a minute, shall we? I'll tell you what I am going to do just before I do that, though. There we go. Now I can hear it through the speakers. Hopefully you won't see me behind you. Let's see. You have to let me know if you can hear it. Or they're saying it. It's Haddershrooms. Haddershrooms, I love you for watching these, man. I appreciate you. I really do. Haddershrooms, you're going to have to let me know if you can hear it. Oh, come on. Really? They left that in the promo trailer? Koj dropped his water and blamed real... Is it real Seek or real sick? Just jar him a little bit. Come on now. Anyways, this promo is going on for fucking ever. Come on, let's get to the point. There we go. Right. I was there. That was Dub behind McCoy there, so I think I'm stood next to Dub on this one. There I am, looking stupid with sunglasses on. The only thing do you know what? We're gonna talk about Ghast more later. Okay, I love Ghast to death. I want Ghast to. I want him so bad to stop being so nice. I want him to just fucking cut loose and be the bad motherfucker that I know he could be. He just, that little, tiny little hesitation, I want to fucking get rid of it. Hadashroom says it's real Sikh, as in the religion. In which case, that's fine because I get the double play because you could pronounce it real sick because he's really sick. But Sikh. Right, good. It's pronounced how it's spelt and spelt like the religion. Okay, cool. Cheers, Hadashrooms. Right, Gast. We'll get Hamel's first round.
Let's go, McCoy. McCoy, let's go. Yo.
Okay, in which case you don't get to see me because I'm behind McCoy. We'll review this battle properly another day if you want to see it. But for now, let's just check out Hamel quick.
Yo.
Which is bad. I should remember this.
When he said your name, I knew you was gonna die next, bro. He said 9-2 fluke the win over me as I choked 2 rounds due to ring rust. That's a direct quote. I hate the fact this maggot exists.
Okay, mate. 2 seconds.
I hate the fact this maggot exists. I was on the...
Hopefully that's a bit better. Let me turn my headphones down, but I've turned the volume up, so hopefully you can hear it.
I went on to be charismatic and rich. Now I'm on this path and, like your teeth, it's jagged as shit.
There you go. Hopefully that's better, Hadashrooms.
Jagged as shit. Manic it is, full of balance and risk. Shufflo. This is me 3rd solo, and they already have me up here battling a packet of crisps. But that name, it's rather fitting. Your battling career and them crisps to me aren't so different, and the real G's can sense it. Meal deal selection. McCoy's only picked when the rest have sold out. You aren't half a victim. Only God can find you.
That was really good, and the crowd slept on it. God damn it. Okay, see, now I'm up here saying Hamel's just got natural charisma and he's just jovial and laughing and all the rest of it. No, that was really good. That was really good. The whole sold out thing. No one fucking... No, nothing. Okay, all right. Hamel, when you see this, just know I thought that was sick. I might not have reacted to it in the room. I was busy looking cool. But I thought that was sick.
You forever known as the only guy who's ever lost to 9-2.
The 9-2 hate has got to stop, people. Just let him do his thing. Yeah? Just let him do his thing. He's a nice guy. He really is a nice guy. You just gotta let him go, man. Just let him just run and do his thing. Yeah? But be nice to 9-2. There's not a malicious bone in that guy's body. Okay? I'm just asking now. Just as yeah, just be nice to 9-2.
As a matter of fact, anyone know what rhymes with Adam can rap? I'll tell you. Are you having a laugh?
It does rhyme.
He's the human version of a panic attack. So when it comes to taking the win, McCoy's getting battered because you rap like you have no choice in the matter. And this scene's the very thing that your heart isn't in. How's he making remarks at the king? Nice to see Gollum took a break from fucking God and the ring.
Because he's bald. Because he's bald. And skinny.
The paper's giving everyone the slip. I'm like, catch me if you can. So after this battle, you won't be beef flavoured McCoy. You'll be sacrificial lamb.
Meat puns. We've got them. Seeing as I've got YouTube open, let me not do a disservice to... Let's go with Sam Essay. I can't remember this battle, though. I remember bits of it in the sense of I remember Real Message Robbie's stuff a bit more clearly and that I wasn't blown away by it. So... no, I want full screen. Thank you. Right. Let's go. There we go. Right. Let's check out Sam Essay quickly.
What's good, Robbie, lad? That is one mad outfit. I bet that you love Feeler. Bit of a crazy choice to come dressed like John Cena.
Haha! Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was good. I remember that. I do remember that now. Yeah, that was a hell of a bar to kick. That's not a bad way to kick off. Yeah, I forgot, by the way, how many Stroh really does love the whole Liverpudlian thing, doesn't he? He's a Liverpool fan, I suppose. I mean, goddamn Liverpool fans everywhere, man. Just y'all didn't exist 20 years ago. You just didn't. I remember being at school playing kickabout in the fucking playground. There was no such thing as a Liverpool fan. Stroh is older than me. Where the fuck were you all when we needed help against the fucking United fans as an Arsenal fan? Where the fuck were you? Anyways, personal vendettas aside. Tell us about it. Let's go. Yeah, which is fair enough. Fair enough, Hadishrooms. I mean, look, again, we can argue against the quality of battlers, okay? There are battlers who have a well-earned reputation for just not being very good or just not engendering a lot of reaction. The thing about battle rap, man, is that not everyone's going to be good at battle rap. That doesn't make them a bad rapper or a musician or an artist. It just means that they don't elicit the live response. It's a bit like a comedic actor trying to make people laugh in a pub, or vice versa, someone in a pub trying to make people laugh in dramatic theatre. Some things just don't translate. It doesn't mean you're bad at the genre you're trying. You're just not applying it very well. Anyways, he called him John Cena. I thought that was funny.
This is my second time battling an Irishman. I guess the first time was too dank. I beat him bloody. It left me with bruised hands. Now I'm going back to back like a boarding school wank.
Jesus Christ.
Wanna act gangster? Wanna act
Don't know
gangster?
anything about that.
You must be kidding me. Guinness drinker, I'm known to split a G. I'll bring the troubles to your doorstep. I'll rewrite your history. Low key, this a robbery, like a mortgage account. You were signed up to fail, it was all thought out. Your rain ends here, lad, it's a pure drought. It's hard to swallow when you know the truth, like forged stout. I'm influential, with setting trends I'm synonymous. This onslaught torrential, you would have been best to sign an armistice. You've got no credentials, everything you spit is an existential stream of consciousness. But today, you ain't leaving with your consciousness. Cause this battle is a stepping stone. For me, it's just foreplay. Cause I paint pictures with me words prettier than the Giant's Causeway. You've got the swag of an inbred skinhead. Your ma still tells you off. Lad, you've got the swag of an inbred skinhead. Your ma still tells you off when you forget to bring the bins in. I'll throw everything.
So, here's the thing about Sam. Again, I'm trying to be constructive with my criticism on these. And Bobby was talking about this the other day, actually. I don't know if you know. But Bobby did a couple of live streams via Instagram in his van this week while he was in between business or just because he fucking felt like it. It's Bobby Rex. He can do what he wants. I hopped on and kind of did a mini interview with him. And one of the more interesting things that he kind of was talking about was he discussed the battle with dialect because he did it once. They flipped and all the rest of that sort of stuff in a truly organic way. Like, you know, they just sort of did it off the top and all the rest of that sort of stuff. But they had to do the battle again. And then they did the battle again, but they also agreed to keep the flips. So they weren't going to add stuff in, change stuff about. They were just going to keep the battle verbatim how it was on that particular night, just do it again. And what he was talking about was he wasn't as happy with the first night as he was with the second night because what he saw was dialect was attempting to replicate a lot of what had happened that night almost verbatim in terms of the way he enunciated, directed, and sort of directed his stage presence, whereas Bobby was fluid in the moment, reacted in time. With Sam here, what I'm noticing is there are these pauses where he's almost anticipating the audience response. He's almost trying to give them an opportunity to fill the gap. And I appreciate that maybe... I don't know what happens. Hylas! Oh, fucking hell. Hylas has had surgery. Everyone be nice to Hylas. He had surgery on his ankle. I hope you're okay. Broke your ankle, presumably kicking so much ass, brother. You need to just stop whooping everyone's ass. That would be my advice. I hope you're okay, though. I hope you're good. But yeah, everyone be nice to Hylas. He's had surgery. Ha! Oh my god. Hadashoes has given him 30 seconds before he's on his ass. Hylas, don't stress it. I got Hadashrooms earlier with some sass. So he's going to be coming for everybody now. So just take it in stride and don't be the bigger person in this situation. Okay, he's fine. He's got morphine. Okay, share. Anyways, back to my point. Hylas, now that you've joined us, the conversation can really... So what I was talking about is Sam is just... It just feels like he's leaving too much of a gap for it to be purposeful. And I don't think it's because he's forgotten his lines or he's trying to reestablish himself. It's almost like he's trying to premeditate, I want there to be a response on this bar. I need there to be some kind of a reaction on this bar. The thing with what I enjoy most about Battle Rap is when the guys are really going after each other. And he's giving all the right facial cues for it. Like there's a lot of sneering, a lot of mean-spirited words and whatnot. But I don't feel like he's really addressing Robbie. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's got to really... And I get that part of that could be nervous. It could be trying to fill the room at stage. But I want to see him get that sort of... That intensity that we were talking about earlier. So when we're talking about Kick Nelly as an example, I think Kick Nelly does ride that line better than Sam does. So anyways, I interrupted.
Are you bored? Let this sink in. And would he hit him with combos? Of course, this is England.
Right, there. It's... Anyone? No? Okay. Right. No. Right. Battlers of the world. Okay? If you're up and coming and you're nervous, make up reasons to fucking hate your opponent if you have to. Make up reasons to keep your attention on that person. Imagine they just slagged off your fucking mum or whatever. Keep your focus on them. Keep your attention on them. But keep it focused in a way that keeps your emotions in check. Rather than what you just saw in real time there. Let's see it again.
Let this sink in. And would he hit him with combos? Of course, this is England. Time.
See, it just doesn't give that if he'd have just been like, this is England, fucking time, right, it just, it's not a dig, it's a style choice, and I get it. When it lands, there is, what I would probably assume is that there's a degree of, if it lands, and if there's an audience reaction, and if you've not then trodden over yourself, because I get that part of to counter my own argument, I guess some battlers don't want to then repeat. So they want to get into a flow state, and then they don't want to then have to repeat themselves in case they ruin their train of thought. I get that too. But again, you'd probably have to speak to someone like a Tony D, because I remember him talking about it. Yeah, exactly how to stream. But I would say that's because of how he presented it. He presented it as, oh, this is just a next bit. Okay, time. Whereas the only other person that I know or I can think of off the top of my head that plays with that format is Shuffle T, but he does it in a comedic sense. I remember very clearly he did it against Soul in the sense of, you won't know if this is the end of my round or not. And then he left him guessing for 10 seconds while Sol was like, yeah, he's done. Is he? Yeah, he's done. Yeah? And he kept on, he just kept on like, that's having fun with the format, but that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is just, what I want to see is the attitude to back up what you're saying here. And again, for me, if I'm thinking about cutting a promo on someone, I fixate and hone in on shit I don't like about them. Or something that I really like about him. Because really strong emotions tend to focus your attention and your fucking thoughts. I think especially when you're doing it in front of a room, people, they have to buy that what you're saying is what you're believing. And I want battlers to be cognizant of that. Leave the gap if you must. But if you're going to leave the gap, you better fucking make sure that what you're delivering is going to land. The only way to do that is to make sure you get your reps in advance. That's all I'm saying. That's not taking anything away from Sam's performance here. I still think he won against Robbie here. I'm just saying that I see that with some of the newer battlers, and I want to see less of that as we go. That's all. So anyways, let me get rid of this. Who's pinging me? Oh, it's that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, cool. I have a message from Mr. Stroh. Full disclosure, I did message him to say, hey, do you want to preview the card with me sometime next week? He might be able to do it. Wouldn't that be something? Get him on to talk about his own card. That'd be kind of cool. Right. So I'll see if I can arrange that once I finish this live stream. So maybe you'll have another preview to look forward to that's actually worth watching, because we'll have someone on that's educated enough to talk about it beyond I don't like it or I do like it and I want to see it. Because really that's all I'm offering you this evening is whether or not I want to see the battles. And so far, what do we got? Got B Ramble versus Sam Esse, Hamill versus Kick Nelly. So of those, I'm still going to pick B Ramble to beat Sam Esse, because again, I think even though B Ramble she has a tendency as well to be a little bit. She has a reset. It's a bit like fighting where they exchange and then they have to sort of reset themselves in order to get into fighting posture. Battlers have a degree of that too sometimes. She has a degree of that, but I think on balance, her levity and ability to be able to just undermine and undercut Sam at every turn, I think is going to get her the win. The trickier one is Hamill versus Kick Nelly. And it's hard. It's hard to go. I think Hamill will probably take it, but it will be damn close. I feel like that's going to be a bit more of a back and forth type of battle, and it'll also be a bit more of a pick your poison type of battle for me anyway, because Kick Nelly, like I say, is so solid and very stubborn as a performer, whereas Hamill is just very levitous, I feel like. Which leads me on to the next battle, which I am going to need to look into, because versus... Yes. Bert Broadbent. Who is that? Do I know that person? Come on, Hylas. You can and you will. You have to call it. You must. Call the battle. We're not going anywhere until you do. You're holding up everyone now, Hylas. I don't care how much morphine you have there. Put it down. Save me some. Tell me who you think's going to win the battle. Hamill or Kick Nelly? Tell me. Your hot take, Hylas. Come on now. You're supposed to have the hottest takes. Come on now. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Come on now. Hylas has got Sam Esse. Interesting. Okay. And he's been way better. Okay. Fair enough. To be honest, I haven't had an opportunity to look much more into Sam Esse, but I was there live, so I should have known. Oh, interesting. Okay. Hylas is going with me. So we've got a little bit of a difference of cards coming up. I found one that will be interesting. A video that will be interesting for two reasons that I'll explain in a second. So first of all, let me get rid of this, because the next one we'll preview Bert Broadbent and Jeeves versus Blaze TMS and Pablo Milky Bar on the Professor Banner TV. But let's be honest, this is just it's don't flop. Anyway. Oh, and while I have your attention, Hulk's going to be on next week. He's supposed to be sitting with me on Monday for an interview. That'll be fun, right? I think it'll be fun. You should tune in for that when it drops. Okay. Hadashroom's going in early. Oh, wait! So, I presume that's Jeeves, who I've seen perform, because he was on the last Undisclosed as well. See, look, I told you it was don't flop. I told you. Because look, there's and there you go. I might have seen him at Checkpoint. Bert Broadbent. Did I see them both? Were they on Checkpoint 5? Hang on. I know I just pulled this up so I don't have to have the fucking screen going at the same time. Let's go. Don't flop. Checkpoint 5 card. For the record, by the way, I've been into the making of music stuff recently. The Kanye West stand-up stuff it's just fascinating seeing how that song came together. And also 96 Bitter Little Things or Bitter Little Beings from CKY. I loved watching those two just riff on that podcast that he did. That was awesome. I have seen them. Okay, I've seen these guys before at Checkpoint 5. There you go. I remember these two because... Jeeves I've seen as a solo, but I saw these guys just because they were fucking around something fierce. They were just having all kinds of goofy shenanigans. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Luckily, we'll just get
After
into
this battle, we might get into trouble. Why? We're about to assault a...
Don't flop. Is it worth ranting anymore? Is it worth ranting it? Don't flop anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Stop hosting your fucking battle rap events under train tracks. Just stop it. Please, I'm begging you, stop it. You can't hear anything. Not at the event, and certainly not on the goddamn re-record when none of them have lapel mics. Hi, David. DW in the house. It's good to see you, my friend. David and Hylas, actually. Are you guys going to be making this event in a week's time? I'm curious. I would hope to see you both there. I'm going to be making the trip, so please don't leave me by myself. The last event I went to, yeah, Hylas, don't even get me started. Again, I don't know if I should even be ranting about it anymore. It seems so fucking pointless, but whatever. Anyways, let me rewind so I can hear them.
We might get into trouble. Why? We're about to assault a fucking lesbian couple.
That's what I will say about Jeeves. Jeeves is so immature with his fucking humor that it sort of works. It sort of works. Man, David's not going to be there. So we sort of recap here. I just asked a guy in a wheelchair and a guy with a broken ankle if they're going to make the potentially 3-hour trip to a battle rap event just so I don't have to stand in a room by myself. I think I've reached peak first world problems. And I'm like, guys, you simply don't understand. Okay, I will be in a room by myself. Can you imagine the struggle? Can you just imagine what I'm going through? Okay, David, I get it. But if you could just step outside yourself for a second and understand my problems. Fucking hell. I really am getting that bad, aren't I? It's wearing fucking waistcoats all day long. It makes you feel like you're more important than you are. Anyways. It's lovely to see you both in my chat regardless, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to have your company with me on these streams. Anyways. I'm in good spirits. David, not what I meant. Not what I meant, motherfucker. Not what I fucking meant. Not what I meant. If me and David ever battled, right, all I would do is I would spit a normal round that I wrote, right, and all he would do is rebuttal me by pointing out all of the things that I said that are grossly inappropriate, and he'd win. So it's no surprise that I'm never going to fucking battle because, yeah, because he'd win. So, and yes, I'm in good spirits because, dudes, I'll be honest with you, I really hope I'm at this event. If no other reason than, yeah, work is just ridiculous right now. And I need a distraction like you wouldn't believe. Heading to Manchester, having the day as well. The last couple of events I've done, I've had to bounce. It would be ace to be able to book a hotel room somewhere down in Manchester and not have to fuck off straight away. That'd be ace. Anyways, right. Mike and the lapels in the chat. Okay. Anyways, back to Jeeves and his sarcastic humor. And also, look, pretty sure that's Ryan right there. Look at him. Look at how handsome he is.
Listen.
Oh, man, they're waiting for the train to pass.
You look like you got molested by your uncle.
And you look like the uncle. Fucking Pablo, get in the van if you want a milky bar. Alright. Jeeves, come and get something right.
Tell me, Bert, what the fuck's on your mind?
How do these two look like they would both shoot up a school and not be allowed anywhere near one at the same time?
I don't know, because they look like skunk heads in bunk beds. And we look at the gap between his front teeth and his face now.
Yeah, they're giving each other a lot of space.
Yeah, because they just had it.
Oh, hang on.
So what's...
Sorry, I'm just going back a second because there's again my first world problems are causing problems. Right, wasn't your last event in Brixton with you? No, my last event, David, was I'm pretty sure anyway. It was the last Undisclosed because I had to drive Dub T up there. I was his fucking courier for the day. So that was I'm pretty sure that was the last one. But I was with you in Brixton. That is a fair point. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. What did Hyla say? Sorry. Oh, here we go. I forgot to tell you. It's by part of my receivers. I do. I love new metal. Hadashroom's my friend. I love new metal. New metal is fucking brilliant. It really is. One of these days, I will do karaoke where I get to do nothing but sing all the Linkin Park songs I know, which is all of them. And then once we're done there, we're going to move straight on to Breaking Benjamin. And then once we're done on there, we're going to move on to Korn. And then once we're done that, we're going to move into they're not quite new metal, but we'll move into a little bit of Slipknot. And then we'll move into Limp Bizkit. And then we'll move back and we'll do some sort of punk pop. We'll do some Blink-182, some Green Day, Sum 41, all that good jazz. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be awful. But I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it one of these days, just not today. So, Hylas, I'm sorry I missed your I'm sorry I missed a comment. Jeez. Sorry. I missed a comment. My bad. We're supposed to be previewing a card here as well, are we not? Let's get back to business, gentlemen. I was going to say stand up and fly right, but David, I can fucking hear you already. Straighten up and fly right. That's the phrase I can say without recourse from any of you fucks. There you go. Anyways, back to the boys.
What's wrong, mister?
You give yourself gum blisters from tongue twisters.
Yeah, he uses a broomstick as a toothpick. I mean, what's wrong with you? She got me fucking shook. I thought the guy was from Bristol, but he really went for the London loop.
In their defense, again, I'm sorry, I have to keep bringing this up. The fucking... that train. Look at his little fucking face. He's got time to sit there looking fucking smug. Not enough time to scope the fucking venue out to make sure that, I don't know, there's not transport infrastructure flying across their fucking heads. And maybe that might dampen the sound a little bit for not only the paying audience, but the fuckers who are wasting their time at home trying to decipher whatever the fuck is going on over that fucking noise. Otherwise, I like how Jeeves and Broadbent are using a Levitas tone and going backwards and forwards and having just generally quite a lot of fun with their performance.
When there is an innuendo said in the room, Pablo just smiles and laughs.
Yeah, because his front teeth are shaped like the logo for paws. I mean, when he bites into a sandwich, he's only eating the crust. He can make women come, because he can nibble on their both ears at once.
So there's two friends who have known each other their whole life versus two friends who have only met each other 3 times.
Facts. So Pablo ages like Milky Bar in a room full of stars. Would you be a ghost up there? Your career goes nowhere when our supernova airs outshining Milky's way.
That's a solar flare. You two are white trash.
With high depth, with depression as a surprise guest. You got the main of You got high depth with depression as a surprise guest. You got no main objective in life. That's why your teeth went on a side quest. Time.
Okay, all right. Well, look, he has fun. He has fun. And I think he'll take whatever is said in stride. Jeeves, I thought, was infinitely better. I saw him at, again, the last Undisclosed event. I think the difference between the two is I want him to take it a bit more seriously, Mr. Broadbent. Is that his name again? Hang on, let me bring it up, make sure I'm not misappropriating his name. Bert Broadbent. Broadbent, sir. I need you to take it a little more seriously. I need you to, go after your opponents rather than look like you're going to go in for a hug and then at the last minute run away. Like, I need a bit more intent from you. Jeeves, on the other hand, I think has got just the right amount of levity. His style is very much like, I'm just not going to take this seriously at all. But at least he has the RPM, I would argue, to just sort of deliver. Mr. Broadbent, I need you to take it more seriously, okay? When I'm seeing you, I need you to take it more seriously. Okay? Awesome. Right. Hylas, I like Jeeves and Bert's old don't flop throwback style. Sometimes you just need you look like you was abused by your uncle and you look like your uncle bars, with all current don't flop events, not even considering the train tracks, the sound is piss poor. Yeah, well, look, dudes, I'm not being funny. Look, this wasn't cheap, okay? As best I can tell, these things still retail for about £250 to £300, which I don't keep knocking around as it happens. I had to invest in new lapel mics the other day. They cost me another 30 quid. Now, I'm not expecting them to be top of the range, but they're significantly better than... So, what do you think about your upcoming battle? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a level of intent that you've got to display when you're trying to cover shit. Anyways, Jeeves' battle with disaster coming in the Netherlands. He's like the biggest star out there, like the Slim Buck of Holland, it seems. Well, it's easy to see why. We'll come to Jeeves properly in a second, apparently, because he's on afterwards. Anyways, Jim Bob Gnarly, I saw, again, the event before last at Undisclosed. He was battling Hamill. I think it's fair to say Hamill took the win that day. I had him winning. I think he had a couple of stumbles or at least a minor choke. I'd have to go back and remember it. No, Hylas, no, I know what you're saying. This is what I'm saying, right? This is where I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt. If I can only get a venue due to costing and limitations of venue logistics that is under a train track, the next thing I do is look at isolating the sound. That's the next thing I do. When I hosted a fucking online gaming show weekly every single week, the first thing I looked into was, how do I stop the acoustics of my room sounding completely different from where I used to record? Because I recorded in 2 different locations. And you want consistency with the fucking stuff you present. Because unfortunately, you and I, viewers, it turns out, are really picky with what we will and won't watch based on just very small, relatively minor content issues. Chief among which, a lot of you would probably not watch, or at least a lot of people, not you guys, you're all right. You're the smart ones for watching me. A lot of people would be turned off just by the sound of my voice. They'd be like, I don't care what you're saying, your voice annoys me. Other people would be annoyed by, oh, you're wearing glasses, that annoys me. There's so many little things that perturb an audience. You cannot afford things like that. And when your entire brand rests on the live performance of these guys and what they're saying, it's unacceptable to present it in a way where they cannot fucking hear what you're saying. However, due to the unique way that Don't Flop currently produces its content. This is not a view that, let's just say it, shares. That's fine. I don't run, don't flop, nor do I really have any intention of wanting to. So it's his choice. I'm just saying as a viewer, it's dross. Utter dross. Right. Let me give Jim Bob a shout because I can't remember his... does anyone know any good Jim Bob battle? I only know him versus Hamill. Jim Bob. No. You're not slow, Hylas. You're fine. You're fine. Jim Bob's lost weight from that pitch 3 years ago. Look at him. Look at how svelte he is. Look at him. 3 years ago. 1 year ago. It's the most recent one by the looks of things. He's got a few battles under his belt. Yeah, I agree. I tell you what, I haven't seen this, so I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because maybe he won the battle, and he's got a very expressive facial in that. So let's find a Jim Bob section, shall we? Come on, hurry up. David, you want to say I'm on form today? David's on form today. God. Oh my days. He's slow. He's only got one leg at the moment.
Side, making another appearance, Manchester. Please make some noise for Lord Bednar.
My lord. My liege.
Yeah, this is a 3-round battle. We decided off camera. Jim Bob's going first.
Okay, let's go, Jim Bob.
I finally get to battle. And I'm giddy as fuck. This idiot's done me.
Car park roof. Was that Gast? He battled. I remember there being a battle on the roof at one point. Was that during lockdown? Or right around that time? I can't remember. I think I might know what you're talking about, Haddish Rooms. Anyways, it's on Jim Bob. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got on this one. This is what I got.
Yeah, this is a 3-round battle. We decided off camera. Jim Bob's going first, which round one on Jim Bob. Let's go.
Let's go.
I finally get to battle. And I'm giddy as fuck. This idiot's done me to run that swell. Marathons around this one. Alright.
It's called him fat.
Fuck off, you cunt. What Manchester? Fuck off, you cunt. Let's get it done.
Bobby.
He says, allow me to introduce myself. An awful lot. Every battle from the top. Ever thought of addressing why the crowd forgot? It's just a thought. Follows it with, I am Lord Bednar. No, you're not. That's a football player for those that don't watch. Not even a good one. You've lost the plot. Why'd you pick him? He never took his shots. Oh, it's all bleeding coming together like a serrated wound. Well, you can marvel at the next phase that orchestrate your doom, because this jaded...
Orchestrate your doom like Marvel. However, I feel like he's about to go on a tirade against Nicholas Bentner. Jim Bob, I will... And, right, full disclosure. Jim Bob Gnarly is a Spurs fan, it turns out. I remember having a discussion with Jim Bob the day of the final. The fight, we all know which one I'm talking about. I did promise him, in no uncertain terms, if they won, I would hunt him down and kick him repeatedly in the dick if he said a fucking word about it. Now, he has not said anything about it. Yeah, I did not get any messages after the final. However, he is on this card. Jim Bob, I'm warning you now. Okay, I've had some beefs in UK battle rap before. Okay, I've had my my run-ins with people. Okay, you name it, I've probably had a run-in with them. If you mention that final when I'm in the room, I will wreak a havoc upon you with the likes of which no one has ever seen. I will make Sol Campbell's transfer to us look like a day at the fucking park in comparison. Don't test me. Otherwise, it'll be nice to see you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you perform. But back to the point, I think he's about to go off on Nicholas Bentner, and that's out of order. Let's have a look. Yeah, I confused Bentner being on screen. Can you take the full... Oh, shit. Sorry. Forgot about that. My bad. Soz. There. That's better. I was ranting. I was excited. Sorry. I get too excited. I was cutting a promo. See, Battlers of the World, that's how you cut a promo. Okay, that's how you show intent. I picked something about Jim Bob I don't like. The fact that he's a fucking Spurs fan. And you just fixate on that until you're done. When you run out of energy, cool time. That's it. Easy. You've got nothing else to say. All good. But to the people watching this, I apologise for the fact that you've had to watch the last 60 seconds with him not being seen. So I tell you what, because Jim Bob basically he was muted the whole time. Let's go again.
Right-hand side, making another appearance, Manchester. Please make some noise for Lord Bentner.
How does Shrooms reckon? Maybe he's doing all right so far. I thought.
Round battle, we decided off camera. Jim Bob's going first, which round one of Jim Bob. Let's go.
All right, give it a go.
Finally get to
Now you can actually see it this
I'm
time. Look
giddy
at
as
that.
fuck. This idiot's done. I'm here to run laps. Well, marathons around this one. All right. Well done, Bentner. Fuck off, you cunt. Well done, Manchester. Fuck off, you cunt. Let's get it done.
Tell him, Bobby.
Allow me to introduce myself. An awful lot. Every battle from the top. Ever thought of addressing why the crowd forgot? It's just a thought. Follows it with, I am Lord Bentner. No, you're not. That's a football player for those that don't watch. Not even a good one. You've lost the plot. Why'd you pick him? He never took his shots.
He did. Liar.
It's all bleeding coming together.
He did.
Serrated wound. Well, you can marvel at the next phase that orchestrate your doom. Because this jaded fool came back too soon. Because the scene's been updated. There's been a boom of talent, but I've been left confused. Because I'm a footy fan. I know if Bentner's present, there's a serious lack of boom.
That's
Can't see it through compared to Man City. He is number 2. This guy's shit. All he's done is lose. I don't deserve this. It's just straw thought on the back of your LL. Cool, Jay's perfect. So watch me 3-0 him, end this challenge like that team of deservers. But who'll say he worked it? I rap. I'm a wordsmith. Bro, that buzz ain't reaching man. He gets caught on the short circuit. You're just a hangover to the party. People there like, is it worth it? Nah, really. Let me murk it. Because no one's trying to see you wavy John or Benny P chatting battle raps back and you're the centrepiece, the Bentner free or Bentner please, let's call it what it's meant to be, an obese three sharing each other's shit like the fattest human centipede.
Fucking hell, what? Okay. All right. See, no, I thought that was funny. I thought that was fun. Being better, but memory isn't the best. Nah, and this is the thing, guys. I mean, we are in an era where there's only going to be so many rounds that we remember verbatim. I think that's why some of the classic Don't Flop performances, even some of the what are now classic Premier Battles performances, I think I could quote verbatim because there is just something inherently really good about it. Okay, had a streams, but I'm just saying I found a round that I thought was entertaining. I've got no will or want to highlight everyone's bad stuff, despite what I might have done earlier. I thought that was an entertaining round. But to the point, every battler I feel like has got to come up at some point with something original, something that they think is truly unique and go for it. Just so long as it embodies them. Jim Bob is a musician, as best I can tell. In fact, I think he ended up rupturing his throat at one point due to a singing accident or something, some description of that. He said we were due to interview. He had to go to hospital because he ruptured his throat, and I felt very bad for him. So I hope he's healed up. He's performing soon. So, notwithstanding the fact that he's a Spurs fan, I hope that the competition is a little bit more even because I think on the balance of those two performances, I would probably have Jim Bob taking that one. Jeeves we've seen versus Quicksilver. I think Jeeves is on a bit of a run. Remind me, Quicksilver. Let's go Quicksilver versus... Excuse me. Oh, Well, I mean, if that Quicksilver turns us to the battle, then I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, Jeeves is cooked. Let's go battle rap. It'd probably be Prem, wouldn't it? That I'm gonna have better luck finding. There we go. Dojo versus Quicksilver. Uzdi versus Quicksilver. Oh, wait. I have seen Quicksilver before. I saw the Pagan battle. I did see that one. In which case, I'm going to put Quicksilver on anyway. Because I don't remember. But I remember this being good from Pagan.
Gifted with amazing lyrics, battled a girl and mentioned her boobs. You've also got a way with women. Pagan, listen, last time you saw red, but right now I see red. You were a reject, a defect, your parents' biggest regret. So what if he seems stressed? You're gonna need to take a deep breath. For trying to get his feet wet, I'll rock his pockets and leave him lying on the seabed. And if he cheats death, catch this Aggie rodent with his manly poems. So I'm making sure it's murder on the dance floor for this acne-growing Barry Keoghan. He battled a girl and told his workmates he got to third base.
Well done.
He did, he actually did. They
Well
told
done.
me.
Very good.
Now, I'm not saying this will get physical per se. I just hope somebody in here knows first aid, because you say you've got rune shakers. This landslide will make the earthquake. Yeah. No, all right, it's cool.
Right. Okay. Great example where, yes, do you know what? I can't. There you go. That's better. I just can't have him looking at me. I really enjoyed it. So, David, tell me, in the room, that moment there compared to what we saw earlier from Sam. Again, I'm not taking away anything from Sam's overall ability. I'm just saying that difference of live performance style. Said it, knew it might hang in the air for a second, anticipated the hang, lent into it, and that got more it got more of a reaction than the original bar and endeared him to the audience. If you're gonna say stuff that if you're not completely committed to, let the audience build a rapport with your audience. Worst case scenario is they'll be along for the ride at the very least, and they'll be open to hearing what you've got to say next, rather than, oh god, that was terrible. That great example of good, what I would consider to be good crowd work. So kind of battler who's prime, as you said, quick after this battle, don't react. Yes, David, yes, completely agree. Completely agree. Okay, and Broadbent was decent in the academy qualifier. Probably the best I've seen him. And at least Danny Jack loved it. Yes, correct. Anyways, let's see him do his thing.
So I could be joking 1 minute, and then the next you're dying. So what's this nervous pagan to the circuit breaker? I'm
Okay, interesting.
electrifying. Crazy. Anyway, are we good?
Okay, so there's two.
Let's go! You had one shot of rum and got wobbly legs. I wasn't impressed. How are you this confident when that battle happened? It was a horrible mess. Did you not watch and reflect? All this misplaced arrogance. As a kid, were you dropped on the head? I mean, he thinks he can beat me, so probably yes. Spend months trying to dig me out and throw dirt on the body whilst I've been plotting your death. Be honest with them. Last time you were shit, and that's not up for debate. So what's a quicksilver punchline when you're getting punched in the face? So when he turns into the Hulk this evening, think Balkan season. You've got enough on your plate, because I just came here to strike a nerve in your jugular vein. I mean, that battle did good views because of red rum. It doesn't make you cool, because you've got bigger numbers. Day since last shower and feet required to stay away from schools.
Ooh, that was a bit tortured.
Brought your mates with you? Cute. And he's dressed up in his favourite clothes. You're still gonna need a razor, soap, some shaving foam. You're going down for trying to mess with the status quo. You could be 28 years old, but your online search says 28-year-olds. I came onto this series and I've made...
So that's two that I caught there that were just a bit too tortured. Your age is 28. You're a 28-year-old, but your search history says 28-year-olds, as in 20 times 8-year-olds, inferring he's a paedophile. Okay. I feel like when you throw something like that random, it has to be a lot better than that, because I feel like, in fact, Anderson Burris had his stuff on today, going up against Thesaurus when he said, you only re-entered your daughter's life so you could date her friends or something like that, and he had a whole scheme based on that. Basically, he grabbed the attention. He inserted a lot of fucking wordplay and a lot of jokes into a very small segment, and just went with it. But he sort of laid the groundwork first. It wasn't a throwaway thing. You know what I mean? Let's have a look. Quick's third versus Wavy John was brutal. Wavy John. Do I know that name? Wavy John? He wasn't the one on... Because there was a guy, I don't remember his name, and I don't want to name him offhand because I don't want to be mean. Battled Angie. And he's the only person I've ever seen choke all 3 rounds. And that was hard to be in the room for. That was great. And Angie was great. I thought she was hilarious, but it was hard to kind of... You really felt like he didn't want to do it, but then that made it feel all the more awkward when he was choking. Yeah. I don't know if that's where... In fact, we're going to have to check this out now. I think because he stated his case pretty well there. Quicksilver versus... Let's go. Wavy John. No, not that guy. Nah, not that guy. Different dude. Quicksilver versus Wavy John. Don't have that. Nah, that wasn't him. Yeah, I don't have... Are they battling in a room just on their own? Wow. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. Anyways, but yeah, Quicksilver. Yeah, but to come back to what DW was saying, so young David was saying about leaning too heavily on the crowd work. I understand that can become a crutch of sorts. However, again, it's ultimately the crowd's experience that wins out. And I think crowd experiences they tend to they definitely influence judges. I don't think there's any question about that. I get that judges would try to remain impartial to what the audience think and just think of it based on their own opinion and their own skill. But there's no doubt that they factor an audience's reaction when they're tallying up their scores. So with all due respect, I do get it, but Quicksilver, if you can lean into that, you never know. And it depends on what kind of... Again, if Jeeves' stuff is solid enough, cool. But the language barrier, notwithstanding the fact that he just has a different cadence to his speech and the fact that he is very loose in his delivery, we'll have to see. That'll be interesting. I'm going to give it to Jeeves, though. I think Jeeves he's got enough in his back pocket to handle it. And then we move on. Forgive me, I must be misreading this because it says Kingsley Thunder versus LS Dean. Didn't he move? I feel like Kingsley Thunder moved to New Zealand. Did I have an aneurysm and make that up? I feel like he moved. Not that I'm not glad he's back. Just saying. He moved. Didn't he? Just saying. He moved. Gave him money so that he could move. I loaned him a significant amount of money. Son of a bitch. I'm joking. Fuck it. I'm gonna visit. Finally, this is Anki. Cool. There you go. And now the chat's just happening without me. There, and off it goes. There goes. I'm irrelevant in my own fucking live stream. There you go. Right. So you talk amongst yourselves, motherfuckers. I'm gonna sit over here and just fucking. I'm gonna do my knitting. Look, he's eliciting fucking responses from... You son of a bitch. I could be sat on my fucking ass right now playing Cyberpunk Bomb Rush, okay? It's dope. And my Jet Set Radio Future loving heart loves it. And I could be playing that right now. But no, I'm here trying to give you some entertainment. Cooper. I fucking hate you all of you. Ruined me. Battle Rat ruined my life. only because the people in my own live stream don't pay attention to me. What do I have to do? I pick fights with every single person I fight. Cooper, your name has entirely too many A's in it. There you go. Do something about it. David. I can't pick on David. Hadashrooms, your name has entirely not enough mush in it and too much Haddo. There. They're fucking ignoring me and debating potatoes. Why did you do this to me, God? What did I do to you? I mean, yes, of course. I set fire to that orphanage, but they deserved it! All of them. Anyways. You fucking bastards. Still fucking going. Fuck all you. I'm ignoring all of you right now. I'm ignoring all of you. Right, we're moving on. Kingsley Thunder versus LS Dean. Weirdly enough, I've only ever seen LS Dean perform once, and it was the first event I ever went to. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again. But I think Kingsley Thunder's just too good. Kingsley Thunder's got a lot going for him. He can be good, he can be slick, he can be quick, he can be intricate. But he's got that overwhelming comedic streak in him. And he's got just bags of charisma. So I just don't see anything other than a Kingsley Thunder win there. Not to disparage the good name of Mr. LS Dean. However, I'm just saying... Kingsley Thunder for the win. Oh! The chat's fucking... You've quietened down now, haven't you, motherfuckers? You're back. I knew you'd be back. I knew you'd quit your belly aching and your bollock washing and all the rest of that bullshit. You're back watching me for my opinion. The only opinion in battle rap worth disregarding entirely. Anyways, right. Final battle on the card. Gas Buff versus Red Wolf. This is interesting. You want to know why? Hey, kids. You want to see an internet series? Do you want to see an entirely two-dimensionally animated internet series? Do you want to see an internet series where Bobby Rex threatened to kill one of the participants? Then look no further. Cooper, I swear on everything chocolate coated. Not enough steel toe. There are not enough steel toe-capped boots in the world to stop me from hoofing you in the chutneys when I see you next if you don't stop your silliness. I don't want to hear that, oh, well, I came on your show once, so you owe me. Fuck you, okay? Stop derail. This is a serious battle. I'm battle rap media, remember, gentlemen. This is like the Ariel Hawani show, only on a much, 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 much smaller budget. Okay? Only in a medium that doesn't completely cater to dictators and oligarchs. So, you know, I take that well. We're completely off on a tangent here, and it's all... I need you all to know this in the chat right now. People who watch this afterwards, you can join in the fake chat. But it's all your fault. Just everything. I mean, everything in the whole wide world right now, your fault. Right. And David's buried the lead. This Red Wolf promo series was so good, I genuinely thought it was a ghast promo series. Of course you will, Cooper. They're going to let you in an event with a bag of potatoes. If you're not stood at the entrance with a bag of fucking... I don't know a brand of potato. It's been so... I literally don't eat potatoes. I only eat rice and occasionally pasta now. I almost don't touch carbs anymore. Because, you know, life is just so unfair. What was I going to say? Fuck. Right, so... Fucking... yeah. Oh, Hylas. Yes. Red Wolf did a series where he effectively set himself up as the protagonist of an escape room game. And Gaspuff was like this maleficent, all-seeing, all-knowing villain on a screen. And it was brilliant. It was great. I thought it was fantastic. And I think it culminated because the last episode was titled Gaspuff. So I'm assuming that means that's the last one. Yeah. And Gaspuff, God bless him, the first one, he quote tweeted it saying, oh, so someone wants a promo battle then, ... And hasn't responded since. Gast. What happened, brother? What happened? You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy promo battles, not sit back and idly watch him do them! Bring balance to battles, not leave it in overarching darkness. In this context, Gast still has the high ground somehow. but because I still pick Ghast Buff to win because it's fucking Ghast Buff, dude. Like, it's impossible for me to believe that Ghast Buff hasn't been watching all. It's right. Here's the thing: the only reason I can think that Ghast has not responded is because he's currently producing a simply epic video presentation that he plans to battle alongside at the event. If you see him like disappear for a bit, come back with a projector screen, or maybe even just like a 3D fucking virtual reality simulation thing, because he's got the money, it turns out. Don't be surprised when he just... We got to watch one of these now. Sorry. I'm just going to... let's get rid of that. Let's get that up. Yes, there you go. Let's get Twitter up and let's find Red Wolf. Should we watch? I haven't actually seen the last one. Was it good? Tell me, was it good? Ghast sounds like it actually is. Yeah, I thought, dude, Red Wolf's impression of Ghast Buff is pretty fucking good. If not an impression, there might have been some AI dubbing because he is really that good. Right, let's go. Red Wolf, there he is. We're going to watch this last one. See, I haven't seen this yet, so I'm expecting great things. There it is. All right, come on then.
Everyone watch out. He's got to be close by.
Look, there's an elevator. That must lead right to him.
All right, there's 100 floors. This might take a while. It's a pretty long way up. Yeah, he's on the top floor, lad. What is it with this guy in supervillain tropes?
So, anybody signing up for the Premier Battles tournament?
Nah.
I'm going to stop it right there. Reverse is... Reverse's impression is... it's bad. It's bad. Oh, God. And I know it will annoy him. Because he will go, number one, I'm not that nasally. And number two, I don't highlight certain... I don't elongate certain... syllables as much as that. But anyways, Bald Kingsley Thunder is getting great. Cooper, Lawrence is great, but what's your opinion on I don't even know how the fuck you pronounce that word, Cooper. What the fuck is that word? What the fuck is that word? And I never say that. I'm literally a fucking walking vocabulary book or a dictionary. Thesaurus? Don't know. Daphnois? Daffinui? What the fuck is that word, Cooper? Getting back to the main subject. Do you know cracking... Oh, fuck you all. I'm getting back to this.
Lad, I'm fucking retired. A battle O'Shea. Same here. Ever since the Irish scene died, I've just been focusing on the music.
Right. Bobby might really... He really might kill Red Wolf for that. Yeah. I can see Bobby picking Red Wolf by the fucking head like that and just elevating him 3 feet off the ground. That's bold from Red Wolf. Bold.
What about you, Red Wolf?
Hell yeah, I signed up. I just need to get this gas buff battle out of the way, and then I'm beating everybody in this tournament. You kidding me? You couldn't even beat me, lad. Shut up. I have many clear wins under my belt. Thank you very much. Were they judged? Wow.
In fact, yeah, it was Kingsley Thunder versus Red Wolf that I judged. I thought Red Wolf won, and Kingsley Thunder's first thing to me when we interviewed was, what are you talking about? I definitely beat Red Wolf. Everyone said so. And I was like, well, okay. All right, if you say so. I'm not even the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 comments. Not even in I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of trying to pronounce it how you've all spelt it. Get the you sons of bitches. I'm finishing this. It's 2 minutes.
Oh, would you look at that?
Got a whole minute to go.
Floor already? Let's get going, guys. It's over, Ghast. We won. Give it up.
Red Wolf doesn't even sound like Red Wolf, though.
Gentlemen, please. I'm sure we can talk this out.
That is that, except for the weird little Irish inflection at the end of talk. That's exceptionally good. Again, it cannot be stressed. Cannot be stressed enough. That is an exceptionally good gas
Only
buff
one
impression.
way you're getting out of here alive without me beating you bloody.
Please, please, I'll do anything.
You were gonna show up and do the rap battle we agreed on.
Yes.
July 19th, Manchester.
Yes, okay. You win. I'll do the battle. The exit is just over there. Just get out of here.
Oh no, you didn't think all of what you've done to us was gonna go unpunished now, did you?
But you said...
I said I wasn't gonna hurt you. I can't speak for others. Bobby, fetch.
Oh,
Well, boys, we did it.
I've got my credit card back.
I found me point of Guinness.
Lads, look at this.
there
How'd you do
go.
that?
Dunno, lad, something with me soul must have restored or something.
You know, I can't help but feel there's something we're forgetting.
Hello? Hello? Gas buff, you can't!
Nah, we're
yeah.
alright, we're
I
alright.
think we got it all covered.
Well, I gotta prep.
Make reverse sound like a terrible Beatles impression. Oh no, God help us! Oh God help us! What was that?
For this battle with gas buff, I'll see
And he
you on
signs
July
off with the
19th.
fucking you wouldn't copyright a thing. Very good. yeah. You sure Gas didn't actually do what? That they signed up to say, hey, listen, I'm going to do some promo shit. You can star in it, right? Yeah, Gas isn't the one I worry about with that promo now. It's Red Wolf when Bobby gets his hands on him because, yeah, I think he took some liberties there. This was a lighter promo using a few references, a few digs. I appreciate that almost everyone was a good sport. Now for the battle. Look, some people just... Cooper, he has moments where he what? Where he what? What does he what does Red Wolf do to reverse there, Cooper? The vernacular you've used there was interesting. He nails him, does he? Whew. Well, interesting stuff there. Interesting. How do you like it when I take the mickey out of something you've said, Cooper? How do you feel? Yeah, sitting there. You better... Right, question. I'm genuinely curious. Are y'all watching this on your phones or on laptops? Or on computers? I'm curious. Because I need to see if I can make it harder for you guys to respond in real time. If I can talk... If you're on your phones, then presumably that means you have to bring up the comment section in order to comment. Which means you've got to switch backwards and forwards. So hopefully I can get you switching. If I can just switch the conversation fast enough, you won't be able to comment fast enough to keep up. So anyways. Let's see. Because, yeah. And, so funny. I really enjoyed that from Red Wolf. Laptop in the garden. Very good. Reverse has slept in my bed. Try and make it gay. Do you know what? Actually, Coop, you're right. Yeah. There's nothing gay about that. So, yeah. So there you go. So yeah, option A is, and I'm going to strangle the fucking life out of you. And here's the thing. I'm not sure Bobby's joking. Not sure Bobby's... we might be witness to an actual murder. Bobby don't play that shit. So, yeah, take Bobby's name out your motherfucking mouth, son. Otherwise, that was hilarious. Gas Buff, my friend, I'm going to need you to up your promo game immediately in the next few days. Because I have you winning. I have you beating Red Wolf because I've just seen Gas Buff go on an incredible tear this last couple of years. However, in terms of a promo battle right now, like, Red Wolf's killing Gas on the promo. I get Gas has a million other things to do, but, dude, he's coming at the king. You better make him miss. Fuck it, since you've all taken the time, reminds me, I've not posted a garden update today. Yes, you have not. I enjoy seeing those. I like them whenever I get the chance. So, David is watching on the laptop. Hylas is watching on a tablet. and chatting on the phone. That is some dedication. If you've got two, does that mean I've got technically 2 viewers for the price of 1? Is that where I've been going wrong all this time? Right, all of you, right now, go away, right, with your phones and laptops, go and sign into other devices and just watch the same thing, mute it, and just have a million devices watching this. Pump these numbers up for me. Come on. Daddy needs those extra views. Come on now. Do the right thing. While Coupar is on his phone, smoking some dubious foliage. That's a weird way of saying... would I get kicked off YouTube for saying weed? I don't know. I'm assuming you're smoking. I don't smoke, so wouldn't know what you're talking about. 6 people watching. I want all your predictions right now. He's using 2 accounts. Yes. No, Coupar, you're right. Okay, fair enough, Hylas. You know what the answer to that, though, is, right, Hylas? Make more YouTube accounts. And then sign into every device you own on them and watch me. Okay? Please. I did, Cooper. I say bad words a lot. YouTube sent an email to all of its creators today. And in the terms and conditions, it basically says if you swear ever now, you get instantly demonetized unless you're part of the partner program. So, yeah, fun. Anyways, let's run through it one more time. And I think we'll call it a night. Unless anyone has any questions, any of the final thoughts, parting gifts, any of the saturated carbohydrate-based food questions that you'd like to fire my way, let's go. So, B Ramble. I'm calling my winners as we go. I've got B Ramble. I've got Hamill. I've got Jim Bob. I've got Jeeves. I've got Kingsley Thunder. And I've got Gas Buff. So, wow. Did I just... I literally picked all of the left-hand side. Dearie me. Okay, well, there you go. I just picked all of the left-hand side. That's really inventive of me. So there you go. I just picked everyone on the left. So what are you guys? Let's see. Hylas straight in there. So he's got Gast. Kingsley. He's got Quicksilver. So that's where we deviate. Bert, Slight Upset, Hamill, and Sam Essay. Okay. Haddershrooms, I think Red Wolf is due a big win, but my money is on Gast. Yep. That's the thing. I count on... If Red Wolf is going to spend that much time on the promo, he better come ready to fucking play on the day. So you would hope so. Cooper has a question. By the time that you see me saying this, you'll have an opportunity to say it. So go ahead. Sam, Hamill, Bert, Quick, Dean, Gast. So, Sam, SA, got against me. Hamill, same. Bert. I'm going to have to try and find Bert's tryout, because y'all are giving Bert a real shot based on that tryout, it seems. Quicksilver. Okay, fair enough. And then we got... There we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. Cooper's going with us. Dean over Kingsley. Okay, fair enough. We'll see. Secret battle. Eminem and Cooper versus Graza and Hylas. Yeah. I've lost control of this live stream on more than one occasion today. My powers as host are dwindling by the day, which allows me to sign off on this note. For the first time since... Who was the last person I interviewed? That's a good question. Let's find out together before I leave you for the day. Right, content. Might have been Caveman, actually. It might have been Caveman. Yeah, it was Caveman. So, Caveman, 3 months ago, we have interviews. We have interviews scheduled. We have 2 currently scheduled. Maybe 3. Not technically an interview, but Stro might be joining us for a breakdown. So, we have 2 interviews. One with a real rapper Hulk. Your mum's favourite battle rapper, a.k.a. Professor Banner. He is joining us on Monday. We're going to be talking all things Professor Banner TV. We're going to be talking all things battles. We're also going to be talking about the modern age of battle rap production, because as you may or may not be aware, he's part of that now. So I'm going to be interested in talking to him about the wider ramifications of Premier Battle's announcement, also what's going on with Don't Flop, and indeed his own channel through his prism, of course. I'm going to ask him to opine Nothing more than that. And then on Tuesday, we have Mr. C Major. Now, of course, you recognize him from his days as a battler. I know him a little bit from battling. My frame of reference, though, is that his music is pretty fucking dope. I've just finished his album, 10,000 Hours. That's one of the best albums I've heard, period. I thought it was magnificent. But forget the fact that, you know, he was a battler and he's a musician that I'm aware of and have had contact with. Fucking dope album. He has a new single out at the moment, which we'll talk about as well. We'll be focusing a little bit on music. We'll be focusing a little bit on battle rap, but everything in between, I promise. I'm going to make sure that it's a jam-packed episode. Both of them, actually. I think both of those are going to be great shows, if nothing else, but because we're going to swing both ways in terms of the pendulum of battle rap, i.e. super intensive with Hulk or Professor Banner, and then not so much, but more intensive when it comes to the music with C Major. But of course, we're talking about a guy that challenged for the Don't Flop title. We're talking about a guy that's got innumerable battles and still references it in his music. So I'm sure he's not going to be short of a few things to say when it comes to battle rap as a whole. In fact, I think he came back on the last Prem event. He took to the stage to perform some music. So he's been at an event very recently. So there you go. Let me make sure. So Hadastreams, thanks. You are welcome as always, Hadastreams. I appreciate you joining me. You're a gentleman as always. Hylas as well. I hope you are healing up nicely. Cooper, I hope you are enjoying the sunshine in your garden as you are, David. I appreciate you all for joining me. Try wearing a cast, a big sexy knee, but haha. Oh, and ask Hulk about his stand-up. I will do so, Cooper. I will make sure to ask about it. If I can get a frame of reference for it as well, if I can find some clips of it, I'll be sure to study those. Again, I like my interviews because I get to study my interviewees. I get to just dive into all the stuff that they've done, made, said, reflected on, and we get to just explore it. It's fun. You're going to get to see someone with something actually worthwhile to talk about rather than me waffling on for an hour and a half trying desperately to keep control of a stream that I lost control of an hour ago. Thanks, Cooper. Anyways. Right. CC emojis. Yes. Yeah, that's cool. Right, so cool. I think I'll sign it off there. So, gentlemen, Hadashrooms, Hylas, DW, TMR was in the chat at one point as well. I appreciate you all for joining me on this kind of impromptu show this evening. I will let you know if Mr. Stro can join us for a preview of the card. I will be really kind of not talking for that one. So, if you're tuning in, be sure to tune in so I try and garner a little bit more information about his reflection upon the fact that this is the full disclosure card and potentially the last one. So, David, I appreciate you as always, my friend. The show is only good because of you guys. I appreciate the levity with which you bring to my show and how much you fuck with the structure. It wouldn't be the same without you all. So tune in next week. Probably Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively, assuming that I get the interviews up straight away for those two interviews. And stay tuned for more, assuming I can get more over the line as soon as possible. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Go and check out some of my other videos. I'm starting to clip them up. I'm starting to make the segments again so that if you don't have an hour, you can just watch maybe a 5-minute segment. Crack on with your day. I hope that all of y'all are going to be there. I mean, I know David isn't. I know Hylas isn't. I hope all of you are going to be there next week in Manchester for what is apparently the last undisclosed card, at least for the foreseeable future. I will, if not, I'm going to be sat in the corner by myself, trying not to get beat up by people. So, you know, just come and say hi if you're there. It'll be nice to see you. In the meantime, I hope you have a fucking amazing rest of your week. Like, share, and subscribe. Go and follow everybody in the chat. If you're watching this after the fact, go and follow Hylas and Hadashrooms and DW and Cooper and TMR and all that good jazz. Go and follow Premier Battles. If I don't see you next weekend, I will probably end up seeing you at the weekend after for No Loose Chat, because I am going to be going to that one as well. So 2 weekends in a row for Battle Rap. Whew, we got some work to do. In the meantime, thank you very much for your time. I've been your host, Lorne Risley, host of the Halcyon Show. Like, share, and subscribe. Take good care of yourselves. Go follow, like, subscribe, and blah, 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 blah. It's first, blah, blah, blah. God, I'm out of energy. I'm going to go play as a skateboarder going through a fake Tokyo with a robot head now. It's going to be fun. Anyways, stop debating in the fucking chat, assholes. You're not even talking about battle rap anymore. You're talking about how to pronounce fucking potatoes and I don't even know what the hell of that is. No, Hylas, don't waste your time. It was just me. This is infinitely more interesting. Your guys' conversation now. I might as well just. Do you know what? I'm gonna sign off. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna leave it running, and y'all can talk amongst yourselves for 10 minutes. Go ahead. Go on. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Roast me, David. Go ahead. Oh, no, it's not. It was Hylas. Sorry. And David's going to recite all of his rounds versus Anki in his stead. Go ahead, fuckers. Yes, it is. Hang on. There you go. I am the Knight. I am Funko Pop Batman. I've had this for 8 years. It was a parting gift from one of my previous workplaces. Now, he guards my pictures. Ridiculous. Anyways, right. Seriously, I'm signing off now. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, mine has been Noel Risey, host of the Halcyon Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's been emotional. In that it has been emotionally draining. Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, I guess I'll see you next week, or I will see you in the next day or two with a Mr. Stroh for company. But we'll see what happens. In the meantime, speak soon.